Dear friends, welcome to your personalized podcast. Today we explore how to offer compassionate advice to a former colleague navigating job hunting challenges. We'll discuss refining cover letter language and managing online presence to improve professional appeal. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you want to offer advice to someone but aren't quite sure how to go about it? Imagine you have a former colleague, someone bright and talented, who's struggling to find a new job. She's hit all the right notes in terms of networking and applying, yet she's not landing interviews. It turns out there might be some hidden elements sabotaging her efforts. It's a tricky spot to be in, because you're torn between offering assistance and overstepping boundaries. Let's start with the cover letter. Now, we all know the importance of crafting a well-written cover letter. It's the first impression a potential employer gets and sets the tone for the rest of the application. Our former colleague has written a cover letter that includes an obscenity. Yes, you heard that right. Now, while some industries might be more forgiving, it's generally a risky move. The concern is that this could be turning off potential employers who might see it as unprofessional or too casual. Imagine receiving a cover letter, and instead of being impressed by the credentials, you're fixated on that one inappropriate word. It's like wearing flip-flops to a black tie event. It just doesn't fit. The suggestion here is simple. Replace that obscenity with something that maintains her unique voice but doesn't risk alienating the reader. The goal is to strike a balance between showing personality and maintaining professionalism. Then there's the issue of social media. Our colleague is quite vocal online, sharing strong political opinions and sometimes bluntly stating that if you don't agree with her, you can't be friends. While everyone certainly has the right to express themselves, it's important to remember that employers are also looking at these platforms. They're assessing whether a candidate will fit into their company culture or if they might create friction. It's not just about what's being said, but how it's being perceived. Take, for example, a scenario where a hiring manager sees a candidate's social media filled with divisive commentary. The manager might wonder if this person could bring that same level of controversy into the workplace. It's a real concern, especially if the company values teamwork and harmony. So how does one approach this without sounding preachy or judgmental? A gentle nudge might be best. Perhaps start by discussing how her job search is progressing and offer to review her application materials. This opens the door for a conversation about the cover letter and the potential impact of its content. As for the social media aspect, it might be wise to approach it indirectly. Maybe mention that you've heard about employers being put off by overly political or frequent posts. This way, you're not directly criticizing her, but providing insight into how others might perceive her online presence. It gives her the opportunity to reflect and adjust if she chooses. Ultimately, the message is about finding that balance. It's about being true to oneself while also understanding the landscape of the job market. Employers are looking for candidates who can both stand out and fit in, who can bring innovation without causing disruption. In conclusion, offering advice in these situations requires tact and empathy. It's about guiding someone to see potential pitfalls without making them feel judged. Maintaining professionalism, both in written applications and online, can be a crucial step in achieving career goals. And that's the end of today's podcast. We explored how offering gentle advice on refining a cover letter and managing social media presence can significantly boost job prospects. Stay tuned for more updates. Dear friends,